Hello everyone, and welcome to my Sister Wives Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Christine Brown and Janelle Brown, two of the most recognizable faces from TLC's hit reality series Sister Wives, have been under the spotlight for years, not just because of their turbulent marriages to Kody Brown or their eventual breakaway from polygamy, but also because of their so-called hustles that many fans and critics have openly labeled as scammy, questionable, or misleading, with some even going so far as to suggest that without the steady paycheck from the TLC show itself, these hustles would collapse under the weight of public scrutiny and dwindling trust, which leads to an even bigger question about how reality TV stars really make their money once the cameras turn off. For Christine and Janelle, who both built loyal fan bases by showing their vulnerability, struggles, and moments of triumph on Sister Wives, the hustle lifestyle seemed like a natural extension of their reality TV fame, but as time passed, it became increasingly clear that these ventures, whether it was pushing diet drinks, weight loss supplements, or multi-level marketing products, were not sustainable nor entirely honest in their presentation, and the backlash from both longtime viewers and casual observers painted them as women desperate to cash in on their fame, even if it meant aligning themselves with schemes that rarely benefit the average customer. Critics have long noted that Christine and Janelle have leaned heavily into MLM-style businesses, often promoting Plexus or similar companies that promise better health, weight loss, and financial freedom, but in reality operate in a pyramid structure where the majority of participants lose money, while only those at the top of the recruitment chain profit. And given that Christine and Janelle already have significant followings, they easily slide into those top-tier positions, leaving fans to wonder if they are genuinely invested in the product or simply exploiting their platform for monetary gain. It is not uncommon for celebrities and reality stars to use their influence to push products, but in this case, the ethical concerns run deep, because Christine and Janelle present themselves as relatable single moms who have struggled financially and emotionally after leaving Kody, which makes fans more susceptible to trusting them, and in turn, more vulnerable to buying into the dream of financial success that MLMs sell, even though the hard truth is that most recruits never see a real profit. Janelle in particular has taken heat for promoting wellness products while also documenting her own fitness journey, sometimes contradicting herself by praising a supplement while simultaneously admitting her struggles with weight management, and Christine has followed similar patterns, sharing smiling photos of herself holding brightly colored drinks that supposedly changed her life, even though skeptics point out that the biggest transformation for her came from leaving Kody and building a new life with David Woolley, not from any powdered beverage. Fans on Reddit, Facebook groups, and YouTube commentary channels have openly mocked these hustles, calling them scammy, exploitative, and tone-deaf, especially when Christine and Janelle's target audience includes women who may already feel financially strapped, desperate for community, and inspired by the Brown stories of resilience, which creates the perfect pool of recruits for an MLM cycle to thrive. And yet, despite all the criticism, Christine and Janelle continue to push these products, proving that as long as they have an audience, the hustle machine will churn on. What makes this even more complicated is that TLC's Sister Wives has given them the perfect launchpad for these hustles, creating a cycle where the more dramatic and emotional their storylines are on television, the more relatable and trustworthy they appear off-screen when pitching supplements, coaching services, or lifestyle transformations. But the irony is that the real money isn't coming from these side hustles. It's still largely coming from TLC, the show that put them on the map in the first place, which pays them enough per season to maintain their lifestyles, buy homes, and even fund their new independent ventures. TLC reportedly pays the Brown family a lump sum per season, estimated to be anywhere between $250,000 and $400,000, which then gets divided among Kody, Robin, Janelle, Christine, and Mary when she was still involved. And even though that may not seem like an extraordinary fortune when split across multiple people, it is still far more consistent than the unpredictable earnings of MLM hustles, where income depends on constant recruitment and endless social media promotion. This is why, no matter how many flashy posts Christine or Janelle make about their wellness businesses, the reality is that the TLC check is the backbone of their financial stability, and fans know it, which is why so many viewers roll their eyes when Christine or Janelle pretend like Plexus is the reason they're thriving post-Cody. Even Christine herself once admitted in interviews that leaving the show was not an option financially, because it remained her primary income stream, and Janelle has expressed similar sentiments about needing the show for money, while juggling her hustles on the side. For all their talk about independence and empowerment, the truth is that Christine and Janelle rely on TLC far more than TLC relies on them, because reality television is their true hustle, and unlike Plexus or other MLM ventures, it is one hustle that pays consistently, provides fame, and keeps their names in the headlines. Fans have caught on to this reality, which is why so many social media discussions about Christine and Janelle end with the same conclusion. The side hustles are scammy, but the TLC show is real income. The criticism has not stopped either woman from continuing to sell, but it has shaped the way fans view them. Some still see them as relatable survivors carving out new lives, while others see them as opportunists who use their platform to sell false hope. And the line between empowerment and exploitation grows thinner with each new sponsored post. What makes the entire situation even more fascinating is how Christine and Janelle's relationship with their hustles mirrors their relationship with Cody, full of promises, disappointments, and moments where they try to convince themselves they are better off than they actually are. But unlike Cody, the TLC show has never abandoned them. And as long as viewers keep tuning in, the real financial safety net remains intact, making the scammy hustles just side notes in a much bigger reality TV payday. The deeper one digs into the financial ecosystem surrounding Christine and Janelle Brown, the clearer it becomes that their so-called hustles are less about true entrepreneurship and more about image management tied directly to their continued reality television exposure. And this is where the scammy accusations from fans gain traction, because at its core, what they are selling is not really a product, a weight loss drink, or a financial coaching plan, but rather access to the illusion of their lifestyle and the narrative that they pulled themselves out of Cody's shadow and created financial independence, when in reality the majority of their income still funnels directly from TLC and the production checks that land in their bank accounts every season. This explains why Christine and Janelle have doubled down on building personal brands on Instagram, TikTok, and even paid subscription platforms like Patreon or Cameo, because they know that as long as the cameras follow them, people will keep buying into whatever they endorse, regardless of how sketchy it appears. In fact, a closer look at Plexus, the wellness MLM that both Christine and Janelle have pushed heavily, reveals a company with a history of lawsuits, accusations of misleading advertising, and a compensation plan that prioritizes recruitment over actual product sales. Yet Christine and Janelle continue to market it as a life-changing solution, claiming improved health, weight loss, and even financial stability for those who join their team. But what fans see is two women leveraging their fame to pull vulnerable followers into a cycle that rarely delivers on its promises.